Welcome to the Niche on Demand Founders podcast. This is an opportunity for Zena and me, Sabrina, to just share our thoughts on everything niche on demand and some of the trends and insights that we are seeing in the industry. It'll probably be different every time. We'll keep it flexible, short and sweet, but this gives you an opportunity to get to know a little bit about us and our thinking. So let's get started. Today, we are talking about the niche on demand state of mind. What is the niche on demand state of mind? Zena, what is the niche on demand state of mind for you?
Well, it's a way of thinking. It's a way to articulate our values clearly that help us to identify the people we want to work with and the way we want to work in order to make the vision of niche on demand a possibility.
And for me, it's a mindset. It's also a behavior. It's a way that our strategic partners show up. It's the way that our creative art and storytelling shows up in the world and in the space. There is some unsaid things about it, but also what's consistent is that it's respectful, that it is disruptive, it's creative, it's fresh, but also feels old at the same time. What do you want people to know about the niche on demand state of mind, Zena?
It's values-based. It's, as I mentioned, a way of working and a way for us to identify who we're aligned to. So, for example, we're focused on creating spaces and opportunities and access to power for Black creatives to be true to their art and stories. The word authenticity is used maybe a little bit too much, but really it's about giving people space to show up as themselves, because that's the only way we can really tell true stories, is if we are showing up in the way that we are moving in the world rather than the way that we feel we need to be code switching to be accepted in the world.
I completely agree. And I would like to add to that it's uncomfortable. This is a different way of doing this. And because it's a different way of doing business, it will be uncomfortable at times. There is a cultural intelligence, there's a cultural nuance to our state of mind at Niche on Demand. Those who get it. Those who know. But there are those that we're bringing with us on the journey. And with that comes a little bit of being uncomfortable, a little bit of cynicism and skepticism, but we operate from a place that's really committed to telling stories and preserving legacies and being creative.
I think speaking to the uncomfortable component is really important, because I think, again, that is where you get amazing creativity and where people really show up for themselves and feel that they are in a safe space where they don't just have to say the things that people want to hear. They can respectfully, based on values, disagree, debate, and be in a space of radical candor. And personally, what attracted me to building a business with you, Sabrina, at Niche on Demand, is the fact that we can have uncomfortable conversations respectfully, candidly. We can have meaningful conflict and be able to come out the other side. And doing that internally enables us to have a framework of how we do that and operate with our strategic partners. And our relationships are always better with our strategic partners and much clearer in terms of the alignment once we're able to work through that.
So in short, what you're saying is that niche on demand state of mind is for grown folks.
It's for grown folks. It's for grown folks.
It's for grown folks. If
you can't handle the conflict, get out of the kitchen.
And that's, it's really interesting because people have lost the ability to have constructive conflict. Iron sharpens iron through alignment and conflicts. And so people have lost the ability to have conflict and discourse and to be able to disagree respectfully, but come out with something that's really impactful and meaningful. And that's one of the things that I appreciate about niche on demand and what we're building here is the ability to do that, to be able to step into a place of honest discord and be able to come out on the other side of that and create something meaningful, or to learn something new, or just to exist. And I think that's really important, to be able to have a space and an organization that facilitates that and enables that.
Agree. I mean, the cultural intelligence, the competency, the commitment to preserving sort of traditions, legacies, storytelling, all of those form part of our purpose. And I think having a purpose helps us to be able to be comfortable in the uncomfortable with comfortable conversations and conflicts, because we know ultimately we're moving to the same, to use the change phrase, Northern Star or North Star. And so I think that's a differentiator. And I think both of us coming from change backgrounds and having experience as management consultants, we know that people and culture, if those aren't right, those are the things that fail a business ultimately. And that's why it's so important for us to build a way of working, a state of mind, and being able to communicate that to others so they understand, you know, what page we're on, where we're coming from.
And for those people who may not have a change background or have no clue what you mean by Northern Star, do you want to explain that concept just so everybody is on the same page? What is the Northern Star for people who don't know?
Yeah, sorry, that's a really bad consulting habit, talking in acronyms and analogies. Northern Star is essentially the guiding star. So the principle is that you have something that you are all aligned to that can help you or help guide you to the destination or the place that you're trying to go. So our state of mind, our vision, our purpose is our Northern Star, or North Star.
Cool. And so before we end this edition of the Founders Podcast, if you could describe the Niche on Demand state of mind in one word, what would that word be? Pregnant pause. Dun, dun,
Right.
dun.
I'm like, oh, one word. There were too many that came to mind.
Niche on Demand state of mind is, what's your one word?
One word. Can I have a few?
No, one word.
Okay. The Niche on Demand state of mind is equity.
Niche on Demand state of mind is equity for Zena, and for me, Niche on Demand state of mind is freedom. And with that, thank you for listening to this episode of the Founders Podcast. We will be here regularly sharing our insights, thoughts on everything, things about our business, Niche on Demand, as well as insights and trends that we're seeing, and some of the things we like and maybe some of the things that we don't like. So visit us on www.nicheondemand.com to learn more about us. And also we are in our funding round backing some amazing creatives. So if you are inclined, you can support them by going to our website, www.nicheondemand.com, and giving from as little as $10 or £10, depending on where you are in the world, all the way up to as much as you want to give. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
When we move